play about wonks, sluggards. The days pass.
Phew, stinky.
Ah,
Oh,
Banget. Awas.
Abercrombie! Let's see we... No, you're busy.
Vãi nhỉ. Con lợn này ác thật. Làm gì nhau? Lộ nha, lộ.
What are your needs, master?
good man. I need a fresh set of shoes for my mount. Promptly.
Cái
At
bái.
your service, sir. The racing model is one. Ah,
Care for a quick...
Ready
Enfield
today.
Vanity Band. Music to a smithy's ears.
Ma sói.
Colvin, welcome, my.
Need a bit of Gwent, maybe we could play around.
Welcome.
Gwent.
Ring. Palmading. Chief Panfara.
The gods have sent me as punishment. Eat,
No.
drink, and be merry.
Perhaps yes.
Thus spake the prophet
I don't know.
Leviosa. Welcome.
A round of Gwent.
pledge, my love, to win the tourney. With your name on my lips.
Sặc quá. Có cái nhóm assassin. Cháy lên. Cái gì? Hoa bướu rồi đâu nè. kia. Đây. Chít, 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 chít. Đẹp. Chạy đây đúng không? Làng chài nào đây?
I've seen a great many things in my life. Greeting.
Mind if I See ya.
See ya.
Call others.
Có tên nghe đâu.
Now it's dry as a stockfish.
Greetings, sir. What kind?
Gwen.
Chẳng béo hồn thế nào. Cay. Thế rồi á.
The Duchess summoned.
Này có 2 cái này. Không đi đồ kho. Chạy từ đây ra đây vậy.
Uncle says if I'm bad, he'll give me.
Go, go. Not so fast, Roach.
Cái con quà như thế này. Đây không có tele à?
Giddy up. Move it.
Where are you rushing to?
Come on now.
Kìa.
Gwen.
Vãi, không cả con ngựa. Tám điểm.
Justin, jewel encrusted galligaskins.
Đơn giản.
Yeah, drink. Welcome.
Exag.
Oh,
Mention you
chà.
have
in.
of someone. You play much, Gwen?
Drink, food. What's they know?
Hay quá. Và ai thật thằng này được quá nhờ. Rất câu thời gian. Rồi. Được quá nhờ. Vậy thằng ấy được quá nhờ. Thủ cứng thế nhờ. Sai lầm ở đấy con. Một hai được. Thủ gớm thật. Dạ. Giỏi.
So nice to see.
You play much
Thật
Gwent?
sự. Hên vãi đái ạ. Không hiểu cái gì ra như thế. vãi đái thật. Nó quá nhở. Ơi. Bỏ tay rồi.
Drink food. Soon.
Show me what you're... Should be going.
Giỏi thật sự.
Go, go. Slow now. Whoa.
Lễ hội ác quá nhở.
Move it.
Little host. Well,
Prefer Will.
forgive.
What looks
You must check.
right.
Con này không có gì hot.
Wouldn't happen to...
Bài này vứt đi vãi. Nhé lại là anh đen này, chịu rồi. Miley và ai thật. Đợi cho hai cái ná này chịu thật luôn. Rồi. Đây là gì này?
Six. 4 factions since time immemorial Gwent's had, and it should bugger and stay that way.
Gwent was perfected by war. 4 centuries of play.
Đông quá nhỉ?
Welcome. Sure. Here.
An impressive array. Count Monnier waits inside. You may enter.
Thanks.
There you are. A pleasure to see you again. The Skellige faction, how do you find it?
Honestly, not one of my favorites.
Yet I believe you will easily win the tournament wielding it.
Any specific tournament rules? Mind giving me an overview?
Firstly, might I introduce the contestants? Superb Gwent players all, hailing from the world's farthest corners. Hammal Ochen Dankbali, an Offieri merchant. Eric van Frog, a patrician from Novigrad. And lastly, we are proud to welcome a Skelliger.
Ye blind? Not Skelliger, Skelligirl, damn it!
Naturally, no offense meant. Agnetha Skolt, her ever-charming Isle temperament in evidence, along with assorted beats, baubles, ropes. As to the rules, they're simple. Each player adopts a faction they cannot change for the tourney's duration. Lose a match, and you're eliminated. The winner from among you shall advance to the semi-final to face the winner of the tourney's previous edition, His Excellency the Ambassador of the Empire of Nilfgaard, Master von Hin. The winner of that match shall in turn face none other than me, your humble servant.
Hands off our Gwent! No new fucking factions!
Ready to start if everybody else is.
I invite you to join me on the terrace. The herald shall soon announce the tourney's start.
Let the tourney begin! In round one, Agnetha Skuld faces Eric von Vrog, and Geralt of Rivia plays Hamal on Gangbali.
Let's grab a table.
A wager would you wish to make?
What did you have
Rob.
in mind?
Weapons do I collect, and your sword of silver my eye has caught. Should I win, I should take it. Should I
Muốn lấy
lose,
thanh gươm bạc của
to
anh
you
à?
another equally precious shall I give?
Chơi luôn.
All right. So be it.
Emerald này. Olaf mà. Seri. Clan này được đấy. Campi. Young Berserker. Warlock. Bứt. Ố thằng đèn đi lấy thằng ấy này lộn luôn. Clan à, cho hai này ra ngoài luôn. Howard Blackhand lộn luôn. Tu là đéo Dark Span Berserker. Clan này loại luôn. Nylon sheet. Berserker hóa thú à? Berserker hóa thú. Young Berserker. Thằng ấy ra ngoài đi. Phía Casimir đi ra ngoài. Chết Marius. Vậy cũng một gã ép. Serena. Hai bù nhìn đúng không? Trường hợp này phải cho 3 bù nhìn cơ hội. Còn lá 12. Berserker răng không cần. Ý trời. Ôi trời ơi, chịu quá. Vãi chưởng. Qua lại như thế này nó sẽ hủy bài mà. Nó rút lá là nó nghỉ. Này là 7 điểm lại đi. Giờ thì sao? Hồi lên là 6. Mẹ bài tiêu vãi trường. Ngon quá. Chó này. Đó
Good
gì?
match. Thanks.
And upon your victory, congratulate I you. What drove me to wager a sword against you know I not. Clearly to guide me
Hay
the
lắm.
universe ceased. Here, You may it serve well.
I'd never have lost if you hadn't cheated.
And my land, folk who slander like that don't live long, because we don't let them. Accuse me of cheating again, and I'll cut your tongue out.
Enough. Hands to yourselves.
As Gwent is a gentleman's sport, we expect all its players to demonstrate impeccable manners, and we cannot tolerate any disturbances. Thus, by decision of Count Monnier, the contestants from Novigrad and Skellige are hereby disqualified.
Bạn cả hai đứa là được
Gentlemen's
group lại.
sport. Well, I'm a lady, and we ladies don't give a flying fart about a tourney where any measly prick can accuse us of cheating.
With round 1 completed, the standings are as follows. Agneta Skolt and Eric van Vrog both disqualified. Geralt of Rivia has defeated Hamal Ong Denbali of Ophir. In the semi-final, Geralt shall face the defending champion, Ambassador Von Hinn.
I am honored.
Vãi gặp thằng luôn. Kèo đéo hồn thế nào. Chọn hai bài của bọn này cay thật. Camping. Young Berserker cũng được. Sirina đâu? Ngon rồi. Quật thằng này nữa rồi. Ra con Siri ngồi ngon. Siri. Ôi Jennifer này. Jennifer này cũng được. Còn hai ná nữa cơ mà. Sợ gì. Kiếm hai lá đã. Sirina. Tiếng của Sirina rồi. Nãy ra cái thẻ này. Dùng lá bài gọi ngay. Bỏ lỡ đấy. Ngon rồi. Ngon rồi, Sirina đây rồi. Với sức cơ kết hợp với thằng này được này. Rồi, cho mày bung hết bài. Chơi qua mới tận 5 đéo nữa. Mà đấy mất bài của mình nhiều. Còn 6 lá này. Hai đứa này kết hợp lại thì khá lãng phí. Nhưng nếu không kết hợp lại 6 thì thua. Bắt buộc phải bung vào. Bung sẽ nếu không bung bài mình cũng thua. Rồi nó bung 20 điểm. Bung 30 này. Cùng với tên đúng không? 4 phát nữa đi con. Bung 10 nữa. 10 là còn 3 lá này. Còn lợi mà. 3 lá là đủ rồi. Năm 12 này ra đây không? Chó này Serena mày còn 2 cơ hội thì không thể nào điểm cao được. Còn 1 điểm đúng không? Vậy anh xin bán win. Ôi trời ơi. Win họ.
Your Excellency, a pure pleasure to play you.
The pleasure was mutual, I assure you. Congratulations, Witcher.
Stop desecrating Gwent!
Death to any and all new factions!
Seems there's some trouble brewing.
Scoot, all of yous! Off your asses and hide to Skellige, ye ale-loving seal slappers.
Please remain calm and stop the verbal attacks. Stop your mum from fucking ferrets, Monier, and hands off our Gwent!
Maybe instead of hollering threats, you ought to just explain what it is you want.
We've said it plenty of times, yet no one ever listens.
Got me listening.
Gwent's an ancient pastime. Its rules were set ages ago.
Exactly. Determined in keeping with the laws of nature.
There should be 4 factions. That is the optimal number. We'll not tolerate the introduction of any others. It would disgrace the tradition.
Aye, leave our Gwent the fuck alone.
Enough of this! Didn't come here to jabber, but to break fucking heads in defense of tradition! Come on, lads!
Let's plough this new faction out of the horse and heads.
Mấy cái thằng lùn này.
Fucker so hard, he'll trap us for the rest of his days.
Let's ram this rabble.
Coxy band of fleeing twats! Leave the
Let's
bugger
plough this new faction out of the horse and heads. I'll cleave the cunts, then dance on the...
Cooled you off a bit?
Fuck. Seeing triple. Quadruple, even.
Enough! I shall summon the guard.
I got this, Count. Sure, you can shut this tournament down, but there'll be another, with who knows what new rules. If you don't like them, don't enter. Play somewhere else however you want, but you'll never stop other folk from playing however they like.
Bollocks!
Like my good friend Zoltan Chive says, if one says you're talking bollocks, they could be right, they could be wrong. But if multiples say you're talking bollocks, well, you probably are. So let's take a vote. Who else here thinks I'm full of it?
Zoltan Chive? Haven't seen that rascal in ages. How's he doing?
Was in Novigrad last I saw him. Be glad to tell you more over a flask of something strong.
Attention, everyone! Our outing's taken a new turn. We're to sit and drink vodka with Zoltan's pal.
Gentlemen, wait. We've still the final round of the tourney to play.
Final? Fuck that! I, Yaki Raffenberg, do hereby declare my participation in this tournament. And I demand to play the victor. We'll settle whether this Skellige faction's worth a flaming bag of shite once and for all.
Agreed, but please, show some patience. We must first play a pre-final.
In the pre-final, Count Monnier, representing the Skellige faction, shall face Geralt of Rivia, also playing with a Skellige deck.
Ngon, hai đứa đều cùng
My
phải hai đứa.
brother's dream has come true. Skellige in the final, and played by both contestants.
Good luck.
Let's practice even more than I do already.
Sama gelap. Má nó con qua rồi cái phải đái thực thằng này. Gì vậy? What the hell, cái gì vậy? Giảm gì đeo chịu được.
I thank you for the game. No hard feelings, I trust.
Skellige won, like you wanted. That's what matters.
Skellige won. What a bundle of pish. Tournament's not done. Now it's my turn.
That is what we agreed. Let us resolve our differences here and now.
The grand finale! Witness it now! Count Monnier playing the Skellige faction against Yaki Raffiberg playing Scoia'tael! Let the better man or dwarf win!
Well played. Thank you for a scintillating game. I trust my victory has convinced all doubters of the value of the new faction.
You won because you played better. Even if you hadn't played as ploughing Skellige, you would have won anyhow. Congrats all the same. Yaki Raffiberg.
No. Thank you for effort.
Don't think that...
What matters is we played. I'm sorry you did not manage to qualify for the finals.
Thanks.
Thank you once more for deigning to take part in my little...
Who knows?
Có quà gọi bàn kia vào nhận điểm để họ lại đái thôi. Cho tin được.
May we all play fair.
Witcher means trouble with opponents.
Folk of interest.
Witcher?
Trời rất bẩn.
Truly necessary? And our knights, what are they, chopped liver?
Still be here. In the cellar. Gotta be. Rivermuck carried the body in his cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Woman from the inn was wearing this coat. Killed with a single blow. By man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though, or a Fletter. Bruxa, gotta be. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Took a lot of strength to batter this down. Used this to batter down the grate. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
Về quá nhỉ. the fuck? Yo. Má thật. Đặt được vòng nữa. Tiêu nhiều cái gì nhỉ? Sao tiêu vào vòng này? vòng tận mất kéo nhiều. gió nè.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Tái sinh rồi.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Căng phết rồi.
Go, go.
Phải chỉ đường ảo á. Trôi.
That's it, Roach. Come on, Roach.
Đồng thế.
Oh!
Oh, hey! Oh, don't touch me.
This is an outrage.
Stands are full, I'm sorry.
I shall file a complaint.
Yes?
Our friends in high places.
Must give them our condolences.
Is it not?
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Palmerin, what about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Đúng.
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Knight Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Là ai quái đỡ.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells in your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this.
Đúng.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Sĩ gái à mày.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Hành hạ con quái quá.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Ôi giời ơi. Thằng này liệm chắc luôn.
Damn it. We have to help him. Gotta keep it down.
Băng à? Đúng rồi.
To give fight to the beast, its plans confound. Out be flame, and thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas.
Ugly bastard. Damn it.
Nó cứng như đá này đúng quá.
And set fire to the wood. For nothing in the struggle.
DLC khó hơn chơi phần trước. Con quái đó cũng mạnh.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and not. The beast, its plans confound! On fire! Out, brief flame! And thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Quái đá này sợ gì?
Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood, for nothing in this struggle can come to any good. So the witches shall perish in cavernous walls.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for lightning, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar. Out, brief flame, and thus
Đéo
the
hiểu
witches,
cái gì vậy?
all our hopes, alas.
Bọn này thú vui tao đã bắt lạt cái này quá nhở.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and stalked into for the Duchess! Flame, and thus the witch's life was snuffed. Come to any good. Woe to us all at the months. Selma's red maws, so the witches shall perish in cavernous maws. The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods.
Đéo quá đâu.
For the Duchess!
Gotta keep it down. Tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar.
Má thật ảo thế à.
And thus the witch witch's life was snuffed. Alas had turned.
Lăn đấy, trốn gì đó.
Gotta keep it down. Tell where we are when he hears us.
Alas, upon night, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked into earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty bound, to give fight to the beast, its clans confound. Out, out, brief flame. Had turned to dust.
Nó lạnh kinh.
Show me what you
Ăn quả đóng băng của mình. Có lô dấp lửa băng. Từ 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 từ. Chó này.
A hero struck deep by the Shelmar's red claws, so the witch...
Come on, come closer.
Gotta keep it down.
Tell where we are when he hears us.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked
Gonna hang your head from my saddle.
the Witcher in one mighty bound, to give fight to the beast, its clans confound. Ah, Toucha! Oh, the Duchess! The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds. The Witcher waited till the time was true, then twirled, danced, and spun. Struck the monster right through.
Nằm éo như cái kia.
to any good.
Damn it.
Alas, Palmerin lies prostrate. He has breathed his last breath. Avenging Witcher, fight bravely unto death!
Đánh này chật vật quá.
Woe to us all if the monster's the victor, then not.
Quá đéo nhiều đứng lại nữa, trời ơi cái thằng đấy. Chạy nhập đánh đứng lại rất là cười.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast!
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He let the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
เรื่อง
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe air.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the...
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor and compassion.
Từ bi nghe có vẻ điêu điêu. Con quái vật chống lại sự suy đồi đạo
Beast
đức.
seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric
Vi
virtues.
phạm một nhân cách.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat.
Rộng lượng thì vẫn
It
là
seems
của
to
họ.
fit, true, though not perfectly.
Mỗi đứa đều
Can't
có một
discount the
tội.
theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and
Thiếu nhân
denounce the
cách,
victim's
từ
lack
từ
of the
dũng
fourth
cảm.
virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim
Một
will
thằng
be
nhạc
an
sĩ
elder knight.
Let's
thiếu
think.
nhân cách.
At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances, a night advanced in years, the famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the Nike team. It was years ago, but...
Là sao?
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too.
Bọn này động
It's a
nói gì
lead,
đó
I'm
rồi.
sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the
game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Ồ, cái gì đó?
Your Grace!
Công nhân chiến quá à.
What the hell? Why,
What the hell?
Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Công ngưng giặc cái quá nhỉ.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me! Faster, Geralt! Right like the wind!
Vãi thật
Your Grace seems right
là
at home in the
xua
saddle.
đó thì mà là lại giờ cuối.
This way! Through town! Try not to lose your way! Sharp right! Take care! Duchess!
Henrietta! Let's follow her. Follow the Duchessa.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Công đường cười gỡ đình vãi.
It's here!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Em mới đi tìm đó mày nữa, trời ơi. Trốn vào thôi.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be
Xem
quickest.
con kỳ lân và con cá vàng. Xem kỳ lân đâu?
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
À, em kỳ lân trắng.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The Colton fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other Phoenix Egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Ok. Ngựa đâu? Ok đúng không?
Fiorano of the 12 Knights.
How is it the Duchessa does not feel him?
Unicorns are thought to like...
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Dùng phép thôi thì đi theo. Dùng phép đi đéo hiểu với thằng này nữa.
Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An
Roach
outrage,
won't
I
eat
tell
bread
you.
either,
It's
except if
against
it's
the
stale.
rules.
Chạy đi đéo nhiều.
What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot?
Unicorn luôn ạ.
Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Mày vẫn kiếm tôi rồi.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes?
That is not allowed.
Câu thì đến đéo vào giờ.
Is that not counter to the rule?
What the hell kẹo? What the hell con được phứt đâu? Cá vàng nữa đâu.
Not. We shall soon book another.
Đéo nó cấm con cá vàng ấy à? Vô. Ở đây.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye
Dạ cá
and
giám
bear
câu thế
before
đéo
us
được
its
view.
Secrets. As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Hay quá à.
Why, you bombbots!
Phá luật ác.
I won't go! I simply won't do it!
The light, it's positively useless.
Oh, such...
Cùng đường đéo toàn bắt người khác làm.
But your grace...
No, but
If you please, Your Grace.
we do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Dây lên một cách khá dễ dàng. Kết thúc như một con chuột với một format cứng đầu. Kết thúc như một con chuột với một format cứng đầu. Nhà bếp nhớ về hợp lý.
Mice and cheese. Palace pantry, maybe?
No, the hare is obliged to hide here in the gardens.
Ở trong
Look,
khu vườn à?
if we take roan, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is.
Green cây xanh.
Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese.
Greenhouse.
Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it
Thời
looks
đại này
just
mà
like
có
the
nhà
one we
kính mà.
found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Xong tiền liệt sĩ đã luyện.
Oh, what the butch?
What was that?
Bạn có teleport à? kiếm huyền thoại của anh.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Không ai nhá
I
mày.
don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
I won't let you kill again.
Bình tĩnh nè, bình tĩnh nè. Bình tĩnh cái thằng xấu đó này. Nào thế.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Gì đó?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Ồ, không chết luôn.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
You being here, not some fortunate coincidence, I take it.
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Dettlaff. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed 1 knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlaf an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlaf found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Một ân nhân.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlaf's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlaf is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère la Chaise-Longue Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Nó đấm mình còn một máu ạ. Vậy thật. Không trượt cái nào. Cái gì đấy?
Giddy up.
Ô, chạy đi.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Con ngựa của mình. Rồi.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Có cái hang đeo.
Show me what you got. Vittles aplenty around here.
Má thật đang đánh ở nhà cái gì. Đông quá.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave. Kikimore eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash. Some stench. Not yours, just wonderful.
Trời ơi. Như rắn.
There's something here. Need to use the eye. Interesting.
Kho báu nào không? Kiếm. Sir Ramen of Rejoy. Thì hiệp sĩ đó là cấp 40. Cấp 41. What the hell? Cấp cao. Cấp 38 bao giờ mới teo được.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Chồng anh mãn nguyện.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Sakto.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Dettlaff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not... Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact,
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time...
Ooh. Seems like so...
True enough. But it's a conversation... All right, give you...
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt.
ค่อยๆ
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Nóng vãi. Siren. Đây. Setting. Ít nhìn. Phải bọn nó chịu hồi luôn cơ.